They lied again. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, he's been out of office for almost 8 months now, but every now and again, Joe Biden wanders out into public view.
God bless you, President.
Well, the whole family, yeah, exactly. Double cone.
He's double. Hey, listen, once in a blue moon.
And that ice cream moment only reminds us that his entire presidency was built on lies, including the one that was obvious to anyone with eyes and ears.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with it.
Our stumbling, mumbling, bumbling former commander-in-chief and the Democrats who enabled his lies, they all put our nation at risk. They destroyed faith in our cherished institutions and upended our economy. Now, from day one, they were dishonest, needlessly extending the COVID emergency. Remember that? With their idiotic masking. Then they were lying about the state of the economy.
We've had several months of high inflation that most economists, including me, believe will be transitory.
Transitory? Well, the lies were brazen, even when we saw the truth with our own eyes.
The message is quite clear. Do not come. The border is closed. The border is secure.
Here in Lukeville, we are quite literally in the middle of nowhere. Thousands are crossing here illegally every day, and the situation is completely unsustainable.
A massive caravan of 2,000 migrants making its way to our southern border.
The border's secure. And we certainly can't forget the nonstop lawfare and the myriad lies about Trump himself.
Let me ask you tonight, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
She doesn't even know what that means. Now, those are some of the top lies of the Biden era. Inflation was transitory, border was secure, and the big one that Biden was totally with it. And today we learned about another lie, one that they call a revision downward.
And the benchmark year, March 2024 to 2025, shows that the job growth was vastly weaker during the Biden administration than ever previously reported. Between this revision and last year's, job growth was actually overstated by approximately 2 million jobs.
So from March 2024 to March 2025, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, should just be called BS, got the jobs numbers wrong by almost 1 million. So is this a lie? Or is it just incompetence? Like, how can an agency be this wrong this often? 2023, they were off by 306,000. In 2024, they were off by 818,000 jobs. On Sunday, the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, hinted that this was coming.
I'm not sure what these people who collect the data have been doing. It's good. We need good data. Secondly, what we are seeing is the jobs that are being created are going to either native-born or legal Americans. Most of the jobs created under the Biden administration, they went to illegal aliens.
Oh, 100% correct. Now, back before the election, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released its final jobs report. And the New York Times was giddy, writing in part, Vice President Kamala Harris probably could not have hoped for a better run of pre-election economic data than what the United States has enjoyed over the last month. Yeah. But smart people saw through this. Marco Rubio tweeted that he thought the BLS was cooking the books, since 16 of the 17 jobs reports had all been revised downwards after the media helped them with their fake headlines. But Shufflin' Joe, he just laughed it all off.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio described today's jobs report as having fake numbers. What do you make of that?
Anything the MAGA Republicans don't like, they call fake. Anything. The job numbers are what the job numbers are. They're real. They're sincere.
They're sincere. Now we know Trump, Rubio, Bessent, they were all right. But do not hold your breath if you're waiting for a mea culpa from the media for comments like these.
When Donald Trump moves in and says, I don't like the numbers, and he says, off with her head, we're getting rid of her, What he does is he politicizes the numbers themselves.
And when you get rid of the reporters and bring in your own fact finders, that's a problem. And I think we're headed toward alternative facts going forward.
This is what an autocrat does. If you don't like reality, you try to change it.
Well, but Harris is crowing about Biden's strong economy, buoyed by those inflated jobs numbers. That was just another convenient lie meant to give voters a false sense of optimism before they went to the polls. Now, Democrats, of course, they love screaming about how Trump's trampling norms. He's blowing up our trust in our most cherished institutions. How many times have you heard that? But as usual, the finger is always pointed back at the Democrats. Because no group, and I mean no group, has done more to shatter our faith in public institutions than today's progressives. What did they do to public health and our children during COVID? How about our military? How about how they had to be humiliated in the Afghanistan pullout? Or how they cratered our trust in the FBI with Russiagate? How they turned our Border Patrol agents into welcome wagons for criminals? The trauma their lies caused, including what they did to our parents, how they turned schools against them. And today, with the true picture of Biden's jobs record in view, we see how they turned the BLS into a PR arm of the Democrat Party. So congrats, guys. We don't believe you anymore. And that's the angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.